Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Lefty. Ram.
A first down carry for Barkley. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Giants had 7-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Up the middle with Barkley. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the...
Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Barkley, inside handoff. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the 1st, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return, Jackson. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
74.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wentz. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, this is Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a play fake. Wentz. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 55 rushing yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Empty.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lefty. Come here.
Wentz now to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 44, Hurts towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Wentz is intercepted yet again. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched it. Hurts fumbles it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Brought down at the 20.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Barkley, toss play left. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Wentz going to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Barkley. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up. That's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, check that.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah,
right
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's Jackson to return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz to Barkley on the check down. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Go.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Wentz's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On first down, Wentz. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
82.
Throwing is Wentz. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. Toward the pylon, caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A handoff to Barkley. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Go.
2nd and 20.
Now Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll run with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, when